Hello, this is Amanda McDonald, YSA Grants Manager. Thank you so much for volunteering to review for the Get Your Good On grant program. These are really exciting grants because they are one of our only international programs, and I think you'll really enjoy getting to read some of these applications and see what youth are making change about throughout the globe. So just a quick overview of the grant requirements. This grant is for children and youth ages 5 to 25, and the youth must be the primary leader for the service project. We do ask the applicant to be associated with a project mentor, and this project mentor is also associated with the school or organization that is associated with the project. This is a $500 grant towards a well-defined service project around a specific issue area. Now, we don't require it to be around, environment or hunger or like some of our other grants. So this, one of the great things about this grant is this really gives the youth a chance to tell us what the big issues are in their community. These projects are to take place during GYSD 2013, so that's April 26th through 28th. And applicants are asked in the application about their inspiration for the project. So this is another one of those great questions where, we let them be the expert, and we really want to know why this issue is important to them, whether it's a personal anecdote or just a pattern that they see playing out in their local community that they want to address. All previous grantees from YSA can apply, and these applications are U.S. and international. So we are receiving applications from all over the globe. So do keep that in mind when you're reviewing that, a lot of these applicants are submitting in a second language, and we don't want to penalize them for applying for a grant just because they are not native English speakers. So we'll try to overlook any grammar or spelling errors, but the important thing is that you do kind of just get a good understanding of what the project will be doing. We do try to make it easy for people to use translation tools, but it is still very important that we understand what their project will be and how they'll be spending the grant funding. So I'll just take you very quickly through our system so you can kind of get a sense of what that will look like. So this is the login page. So you'll be given, with your email address and a password, you'll be able to log in, and you'll see a queue that looks like this. You'll have probably between 12 and 18 applications to review, and these applications are very short. They're only about 7 questions, so you shouldn't have to take too long for each application. I recommend between 10 to 15 minutes on each application, depending on how text-heavy the submissions are. So when you're ready to start reviewing, you'll just click on this review button, and you'll be able to see the organization information. The country that it's from will actually be an abbreviation, so I'll send around a country code so that you can easily look up what country the submission is from. You'll go ahead and review. You'll see that our questions are fully listed on the left column, so you know exactly what we're asking. And then the youth's submissions are on the right column. Also have the budget rules listed beneath the application, so that if you ever need a quick refresher on what the what the fundings can and cannot be used for, you can refresh your memory here. And the quickest way to take a look at the budget is just to click over on this budget tab, and you'll quickly just be able to see the sample budget that we've provided for them, and it'll either say that get your good on your budget or this applicant has modified the title of their budget. So you'll be able to take a look and make sure that everything that they've listed on their budget makes sense in relation to the narrative application that they've submitted, and also that all the expenses are allowable. You can kind of tab back and forth between the narrative of the application and the budget. And on the bottom of both of those tabs is our scoring rubric. So this should make it really easy for you to kind of break down their responses and assign whichever number of points you think is appropriate for their response. So as you go down, you'll simply fill in these drop downs with the corresponding number of points that you think they should be receiving. And then once you've filled in all the 7 questions for the scored questions, you'll kind of have some general questions at the bottom. So the first is, this is an excellent project. This is a question that we ask to really get our attention on the really incredible project. So if you read a project and you just think it's the most amazing thing you've ever read, definitely mark it with this is an excellent project. So we really want to save this for a really amazing project. So if a project is just good and you like it, but you've read a couple others like it, you can respond no, and that doesn't mean it's it's not a good project. It certainly doesn't mean it won't get funded, but this question just helps us pick out the really incredible projects that we need to pay attention to. Next is a budget question, so we're just asking if all the budget expenses listed are allowable. Here we're looking for your comments. Feel free to make this box a bit bigger if you want to write a little bit more. But here we're looking for 2 to 5 sentences about your impression of the project. Did you love it? Did you not like it so much? Where was it strong? Where was it weak? What's unique about it? What haven't you read before? This is where we're really just appreciate reading your comments and your reflections about the project. Lastly, would you recommend this project for funding? So this is just a yes or no. Do you think that this deserves the $500? And you can make your selection. And then right here at the bottom, it'll total up automatically your score from your scoring portions, so that we can kind of make comparisons between across the board for all our different reviewers and kind of have a system. Once you've filled in all the fields, you can go ahead and click Submit. And then once you submit, it'll take you right back to your listing. And once you've hit Submit, this button will turn red and either say Done or Edit. So if you have completed it and you want to make an edit if you entered in a mistake or you want to edit your comments, you can go ahead and click on that Edit button and edit your review. But it will be easy to tell when you've finished reviewing all yours, because all your review buttons will be red. That's about it for the online system. Take you back quickly. So what makes a strong application? Here's just a few bullet points about what you can kind of pick out as being a strong application. The first two kind of go hand in hand. When applicants have details, that really shows us that there's evidence of planning. In an ideal world, these projects would already be totally planned and could go on with or without the funding. That is a really strong project. But a lot of times this funding is what they need to make their project happen. So as many details as possible, showing us that they've had experience doing a project list perhaps in the past, or that they've done the research necessary if it's a new project to really know what they're getting into with this project and with the grant funding. Another thing we're looking for is feasibility. So we're looking to make sure that this project is really possible, and it's not only just feasible for them, but it's feasible in terms of how they've put it forward in their application. So making sure that with the number of people that they've suggested that they will be able to recruit, the resources, any in-kind donations, we want to make sure that this project is a really feasible project. Probably most important is youth leadership. This is a youth grant, so we really want to see the youth leading this project and really being in the driver's seat, that it's their issue area that they're passionate about, and it's their idea for how to address this problem. I just realized that the screen hasn't shown you the PowerPoint. One moment. Okay, there we go. Sorry about that. Okay, we're having a bit of technical difficulty, but I can just leave it in this view so that we can make sure we see it. So community need is the next budget, so we really want to make sure that there is a real need for this project in this community, that the issue area is a significant need, and that the budget is comprehensive. We really want to make sure that they've listed everything that they'll need for the budget, that it makes sense with the narrative of the application, and really makes sense with what they've claimed that they want to do in regards to their issue area. So just getting started with your review, you will receive your password and your email, which will be your login ID, and the link to log in for that review. And you'll also receive a scoring rubric just to help you keep track of your scores if you want to print it out and record the scores on paper and go back. And also, as I mentioned, that list key, that country list key, so you can quickly refer back to which country or from which country the application has been submitted. So if you have any questions throughout this review, I'm available all the time. I'll also send out my cell phone number so you can reach me. I know that some people will be doing these reviews out of regular office hours, so we definitely want to be sensitive to that. So feel free to contact me anytime. You can also contact me by email, and I will respond to emails generally within the next business day. So feel free to send me an email and I'll get back to you as soon as I can. And my email address is amcdonald@ysa.org if you don't have that already. But definitely feel free to ask me if you have any systematic questions, if you're having any trouble logging in or with the system, or you just want to make sure that you're doing it right, or any programmatic questions with the program. I know that a lot of you have reviewed before, so if you're getting mixed up between one of our other programs, I'll also make this PowerPoint available in a slide so you can just have it as a quick reference. But thank you so much for volunteering to help us with this review. Your knowledge and expertise and time is really, really appreciated, and we couldn't process all these grants without you. So you are very much appreciated. Please let me know if you have any questions coming up through the next week, and thanks so much.